use the rain. Just going to show the latest drought monitor here to show you that still in the severe drought across much of eastern and northern Nebraska, but the northeastern portion of the state faring a little bit worse with extreme drought up that way, and in northwest Nebraska still a large area of extreme drought out that way as well. And largely this has been developing through much of the fall months, which is September 1st through now, and I wanted to show you each of these locations across eastern Nebraska, including us here in Lincoln, Omaha, and up to the north and east, and how we're all doing with the fall precipitation so far. We are running just under 2.5 inches below normal in terms of what we normally see through this time period of just under 6 inches here in Lincoln. A little bit worse than that in Omaha, a little over 2.5 inches below normal in terms of normal precipitation through the fall months. And then Norfolk, you can see why they have some extreme drought out that way. They're under normal by about 4 inches or so, but that drought monitor did not factor in the rain we saw last week and is not going to factor in what we see today until we get an update on Thursday. So I'll look forward to that and share that with you once we see that later in the week. But our communications camera right now showing how low some of these clouds are out there. Gray start to the day, some light rain we've already seen. There has been some rain on the roads early today as well, with some fog in surrounding areas too. You see visibility out to the east dropping below a half mile, if not around a quarter of a mile in Omaha at this point. Visibility in Lincoln right around 2.5 miles, with some improvements down to the south, now up to 3 miles of visibility in Beatrice and Hebron. But light rain continuing to move from the south to the north, spreading across Lancaster County, and you'll see that some of the rainfall rates are really going to pick up later this morning, especially as we get closer to about 9-10 o'clock today. But most everyone else is starting with some more cloud cover elsewhere in the state. Most of the rain is going to happen for us in the eastern half of the state throughout the day today. But look at the yellows and oranges that start to pop up around 9-10 o'clock this morning. That's the heavier rainfall that may last into the early afternoon hours. And then you'll see some of that activity breaks apart into the form of some scattered thunderstorms heading into Monday late afternoon into the evening hours. Could be a few isolated stronger gusts with some of that before this is clearing to the north into tonight, into the early morning hours of Tuesday. But still expecting widespread amounts to amount to around 1 inch to 1.5 inches for a lot of us in eastern Nebraska that could really use it, especially those in northeast Nebraska, with temperatures topping out in the upper 50s today and some wind gusts picking up a little bit more into the early afternoon hours, around 30 to 35 miles per hour. So we'll feel that later today. And then behind this system, some northwest winds are going to be really strong by Wednesday, producing a cooler feel through the end of this week.